broadcasting across the nation from the East Coast to the West, keeping you up to date on technology while enjoying a little whiskey on the side, with leading-edge topics, along with special guests, to navigate technology in a segmented, stylized radio program. The information that will make you go, Pull up a seat, raise a glass with our hosts as we spend the next hour talking about technology for the common person. Welcome to TechTime Radio with Nathan Mumm.
Welcome to TechTime with Nathan Mumm, the show that makes you go, technology news of the week, the show for the everyday person talking about technology, broadcasting across the nation with insightful and segments weeks ahead of the mainstream media. We welcome our radio audience of 35 million listeners to an hour of insightful technology news. I'm Nathan Mumm, your host and technologist with over 30 years of technology expertise. Over here to my right, we have Mike Gorday. He's in studio. He's our co-host and the award-winning author and our human behavior expert. Now we're live streaming on 6 of the most popular platforms, including YouTube, Twitch.tv, Facebook, LinkedIn, and now Kick and Rumble. We encourage you to visit us online at techtimeradio.com and become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/techtimeradio. Now, we're friends from different backgrounds, but we bring the best technology show possible weekly for our family, friends, and fans to enjoy. We're glad to have Odie, our producer, at the control panel today. Welcome, everyone. Let's start today's show.
Now on today's show.
All right, today on the show, we have our letter segments, of course. We're going to go through and read letters that were submitted by fans and hit my inbox. We also have our secret sound pot has doubled. That's correct. If you listen to the secret sound, all of those that submitted the items last week were incorrect. All right. The number one consensus of the people that said it thought it was a pinball machine, and that's incorrect. It is not a pinball machine. So strike that off your list, and we'll see if you listen till the end of the show for that secret sound extra second of audio. Now, in addition, of course, we have our standard features, including Mike's mesmerizing moment, our technology fail of the week, and a possible Nathan Nugget. And, of course, our pick of the day, whiskey tasting for our to see if it gets 0, 1, or 2 thumbs up at the end of the show. It looks like we're in a semifinal playoff here on which whiskey we like. So I got to make sure I choose the right one this time.
Well,
or the one I like.
You know, it's based on which glass it is for you.
No, not really. It's always the best taste. But you know what? Let's get right into the headlines of the world of technology.
Here are our top technology stories of the week.
All right. The U.S. is looking to block TP-Link routers, and we're going to talk about why you should replace them now. But before that, let's go to Lisa Walker for more on this story.
Could your Wi-Fi router be a national security risk? The U.S. government is urging a total ban on TP-Link, one of the most popular router brands in America. With over 300 internet providers issuing TP-Link devices, this move could shake up millions of households. Is this threat real, or just political posturing? For me personally, I have replaced my TP-Link items, but let's get the experts' analysis. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, here we go. TP-Link. Do you have a TP-Link device at your house?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well,
At least I don't think so.
You don't think so? What type of router do you have? Do you have a Nighthawk?
I have whatever, Xfinity gives you.
Okay,
what do they give you?
They don't give you a TP-Link, so that's at least better. Okay, all right. Well, the U.S. government is inching closer to banning TP-Link routers, citing national security concerns. According to the Washington Post report, more than half a dozen federal agencies, including the Commerce, Defense, and Justice, now support the proposal. Now, TP-Link systems products pose a security risk because they handle sensitive American data and may still be influenced by the Chinese government. TP-Link was founded in Shenzhen, China, and has since split into 2 entities, TP-Link Systems, now based in Irvine, California. And they deny any foreign control that is currently happening. They say no foreign country or government, including China, has access or control over the design of the production of our products. But the allegations, investigation, and market dominance, TP-Link has rise to be a historical #1 router sale device. In 2019, it had about 20% of the router market. Today, it's disputed at anywhere between 65 to 70% of the market. Now, the Department of Justice is also investigating the company for alleged predatory pricing. TP-Link usually has a degree of vulnerabilities that require with Chinese law. And it seems to be that the lawmakers who wrote laws for China laws being concerning are no longer adhering to them. Cybersecurity experts are divided between if the risk is real or if it's just kind of been made up. But here's what we got going on here. The CEO of NetRise has found that in the TP-Link firmware, there are actually callbacks that it sends information back to China. Now, cybersecurity experts say the real concern isn't just TP-Links, it's all routers in general. Most of them uncover, once you put a router into your place, most people don't upgrade the firmware. Now, have you upgraded your firmware for your modem from Comcast?
Am I supposed to do that manually?
Yes.
Oh, then no.
No. Okay. I have routers around the house. I have Cisco stuff. I got routers around my business, which are Cisco and other devices. I have to go up to those and have them updated on a quarterly basis to make sure I get new firmware, make sure I have things taken care of.
Okay. All right.
Most experts
Mr.
don't do
Tech
this.
Guy.
Most experts don't. Odie, have you ever upgraded your router at home?
No. And I didn't know that I needed to do that.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
Mr. Tech Guy, there's the question for you is, if you have one of these things, how do you update the firmware?
Thank you. I was going to ask that too.
Okay, so it's really simple. Most of the time, you have to log in as an administrator to your router. So if you are leasing it from Comcast, do you also pay for the security services from Comcast, or do you just rent the router itself? If you pay for the security services, it auto updates and they take care of it on their side.
Okay.
If you
probably
don't-
what I do.
What's that?
I believe that's what I do.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. But if you have a standard router where you go and you connect it into your main ISP's connection, most of those have a default admin, a default password for the admin console, and they have the original router software that comes on out with that. And most of the people that have routers at their homes never update it. The original version is all that they ever have because it is an administrative task to log into it, find the IP address of that router. You have to log in with a username and password. You then have to go, and sometimes most of them have the ability to update them on the internet itself, so they self-update. But some of these you actually have to have a USB drive, and you have to put it in there, and you have to load the drivers and update these to keep these safe.
So you mentioned that you do this 4 times a year, every
Yes,
quarter.
I do it every quarter.
Would you recommend that it's done at least once a year?
At least
Would
once
that
a year would be
okay?
perfect. Once a year would be perfect. I don't think people are saying that we want to have stuff ultra. I mean, I'm sure it'd be great if you did it every month. That would be fantastic.
That's just not realistic
No.
for the average consumer.
Okay. All right.
So once a year when New Year's comes around, you change your clock or you change this, and make sure you change your default login credentials immediately once you get a router. It shouldn't be admin with your password. You need to put in a password there. Stick it on the back of the router. Don't try to do some password that you're going to forget. Just put a big, huge sticky note on inside your router. If
That's right. Write it on paper.
Yeah, write it on paper and stick it to the router, because if somebody comes on into your house and they're at your router to get your password, you have many other things to worry about than that you wrote your password on a piece of paper there.
I
Okay?
don't know about that.
Use a VPN with advanced privacy features when you're either on your network or on each of your computers. Ensure your firewall and Wi-Fi encryptions are turned on. Regularly update your router's firmware. It should be done at a minimum of once a year. And consider switching to a WPA3 certified router if you're even more concerned, which is more security that's available there.
Okay, listen to all this tech speak that nobody knows about.
Well, no. You have a router at home. Number one, change your default password. Get it hooked up.
My question is not how to do this. It's how do you feel about all this, Mr. I love TikTok, even though China steals all my information.
Well, okay. So everybody is stealing information out there now, right? We talk about that each and every week.
Yeah.
All your information's out there. I might as well now just give it to people that I know that I kind of like.
I'm just going to go to my neighbor and give him all my passwords.
Yeah, you know what? If I like the thing that I'm using, I realize there's no privacy anymore ever. So I'm just going to use what I like and keep the privacy items out of TikTok. When I'm looking at TikTok, I'm not doing anything there. They know that I like fix-it stuff. They know that I like technology stuff, and they know that I like the NFL. You know what? That's really not going to kill me on anything that goes on.
Okay. All
Okay.
right.
All right.
All right.
There you go. Protect your digital router and your digital life. Mike, we got story number 2.
Yeah. Speaking of TP.
Yeah.
Hey, you do mobile games, right?
I do not anymore do mobile games. I used to play like Royal Battle or something like that.
Right, and those are those things where you have to sit through an advertisement and stuff before you can play. Did you like that?
Do I like that? No, I don't like that.
Okay, well, guess what?
What's that?
You probably don't want to visit China then.
Okay, why would I want to visit China?
Okay, because now China is running this test where you have to watch ads to get toilet paper in public restrooms.
What? What are you talking about?
Yeah, in a move that's equal parts tech innovation and public inconvenience, restrooms in parts of China are testing new toilet paper dispensers that require users to scan a QR code and watch an ad before receiving a ration strip of toilet paper. Yeah, see, they're all over the place. TP Link, TP.
What are you talking about? So I go into a crapper.
You go into a public restroom.
Yeah.
You do your business.
Yeah.
And in order to get the cleaning supplies you need, you have to watch an ad.
Okay.
I think, I often grumble about the stuff that goes on here in America, but this is one of the few times where I'm glad that I live here.
You go to a public park and you have to use the restroom. You're going to be sitting in there. Everybody's going to be sitting in there scrolling on ads.
If this ever happens here in the States where I have to watch an ad just to get toilet paper, I am destroying every technology thing I can find.
Wow. You wouldn't do that?
No. I think that's ridiculous.
So what happens if I got so many? Okay, keep on going on. I have so many questions in my mind right now. I just got.
Well, if you don't want to endure a few seconds of promotional content, you can pay a direct dispense of toilet paper.
So I'm in there,
which is it comes to about 7 cents US dollars.
For a little strip,
strip of toilet paper.
How much is that strip? Is that like a single ply, 2 ply, 3 ply?
I don't know.
Is that a hand wrap? Is that 3 sheets?
I think you're asking questions you should be directing towards China. Maybe you should, get on your TP Link and ask them.
I mean, what happens if you have a blowout? I mean, could you be there like an hour?
Remember how I brought this up that you just, in case you don't need to do like more than with the little toilet paper, you just stay and watch a bunch of ads and ration it out for next time.
For next time. So you can take some TP home with you in your pocket?
Yeah.
That
wouldn't be or better yet, bring your own TP wherever you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Buy your own roll and just walk around with
just
a
walk
roll.
around. So in your backpack that you're carrying from here on out, you now have a little bit of roll.
Wad it up and stick it in your pocket.
Okay. All right. Tell me.
Municipal officials in China say the system is designed to curb waste, especially in high traffic areas where paper hoarding has been a persistent issue.
So Odie just told you how to be a hoarder of even more.
Yeah, Odie just gamed that system.
Okay.
The machines are equipped with optical scanners and connect to ad platforms via low-power wireless modules, serving localized video content. It's a digital evolution of Beijing's 2017 facial recognition dispensers, which limited paper access to once every 9 minutes. So if you have a bad day,
dude, if you had
a bad day, you would have to sit there for 9 minutes before you got your.
I don't use public restrooms very often, and if I use it, that means it's kind of like an emergency.
That's right.
So that means everything that I do on the public side of stuff, I could be in there for literally an hour if I had an issue. And then what if I have a job or I have to head someplace else? And it's like, why are you late? It's like, well, because I couldn't watch enough ads to get toilet paper to be here on time.
I don't know why you're asking me these questions because I'm just bagging on it.
Okay.
So supporters argue that the ad-based system is easier to deploy than the facial recognition system.
Okay.
Remember, these are two different systems that they've run.
So sometimes they see my face and scan my face for toilet paper, and sometimes
you watch ads.
Okay.
Critics, however, aren't buying it, at least not without a full battery and mobile data. Social media reactions have been scathing, with one user quipping toilet paper in China now requires watching ads. Dignity is no longer free. It's sponsored. The trial has sparked broader debate about the commercialization of public infrastructure. What began as a solution to paper theft now feels like many to be a micro transaction for basic.
So it's like a video game. So I'm going in there.
We have turned toileting into a video game. You have to You have to pay to win.
Okay.
Let's be honest. If your bathroom break starts with a toothpaste commercial and ends with a ration square, you might start questioning your choices. One can only hope the ads are thematically appropriate. Imagine watching a luxury car ad while waiting for 2-ply. So
I'm watching a Lexus ad. Experience the excitement, and I'm like, hurry up, get through this ad so I
don't
get my
know.
toilet paper.
It's like, Lexus.
All right.
the finer points of awesomeness.
Oh boy. Oh, okay. All right. Story number 3. I'm glad that your story was story number 2.
Maybe
that's
we
perfect, right?
that's right. Maybe we should go to an ad before we move on to story number 3.
All right, story number 3. Neo, the 20,000K workhorse robot in your living room. We have different opinions on this. Meet Neo, the humanoid home robot from California-based 1X Technologies, is now available for pre-order. Designed to tackle everyday chores, Neo can open doors, fetch items, flip light switches, all on its own. But there's a twist. The more complex tasks like folding laundry, organizing shelves, Neo relies on remote human teleporters who guide it in real time via VR.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, owners stay in control.
So wait. You need to explain that this is a fully humanoid robotic creation
for $20K.
For $20,000.
Okay, $20,000 one-time payment.
This looks like something you would see on a movie.
Yeah.
It's about what, 5 feet tall? Something like that?
Yeah, it was about 5 feet tall. It looks like it's a pretty good looking robot. It looks like something that you would see in a sci-fi movie. It's got fully posable hands, which means you got all your fingers, digits, and thumbs. So it can grab
it's
stuff.
Alexa with a body.
Was that? Yeah. And what this does is this workhorse robot will clean for you, take care of your house while you're gone at work, and do everything you need to for $20K.
Except you have to have a human hooked up to it somewhere else running virtual
because
gear.
They don't have the systems in place. They have a VR headset that comes on.
Do you realize what you're saying, right? You realize that you are buying a piece of equipment to clean your house.
Yeah.
And somebody has to do it for you. So it's basically hiring a maid.
So it's hiring a maid.
Yeah.
For $20K.
For $20,000.
Forever.
I'm sure there's a
no,
subscription.
No, there is not. I looked it up. There's just a one-time fee for $20K. No.
Okay, so it's not a plus deal.
It's not a plus deal right now. No. Now, just owners stay in control through a scheduling app. Now, I did look at it. You cannot have it run 24/7. It'll only work up to 8 hours a day.
So you have to schedule your maid visit.
So you got to schedule the time.
Yeah, because you need to get your.
But for 8 hours a day,
your robot human companion to power it.
Yeah, well, you know what? The goal is to train Neo's AI to eventually handle tasks solo using real world data from early adopters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a bold step forward. It's either $499 a month, or you can pay the full thing up front at $20K.
Okay, all right.
Just don't expect it to cook dinner yet. That's the only thing I won't do. So would you want a robot?
I'm pretty sure there are a lot of things it won't do, but you know.
So would you want a robot running around your house, even if it was a guy in some studio in California that has to pick up your dishes, fold your clothes for $20K?
No.
Dude, that sounds like a steal of a deal.
Yeah. Okay.
Just think of a wedding.
Yeah. If we talk completely about time per hour, how much is $20 or $20K? In the hours.
So we broke it up, right? And right. I did it over a 5-year deal. It's like
5 years.
$4. It was like $4 an hour.
So it's a 5-year plan for $4 an hour.
No, yes, that's correct.
Right.
Yes.
So I can get the same service by paying $20 an hour for a maid to come in once a month.
You bring up a really excellent point because the robot doesn't really do a good job. We watched it load dishes into a dishwasher. It took forever.
And what about those people on the other end that are looking at your stuff?
Yeah. Okay. This is just like Amazon Go. It's all a facade. It does nothing. And you're overpaying
it's not real.
No.
What are you going to do? You can't call it Rosie.
I know. Yeah. Okay. Well. You know, I was very excited about it. Now you're making me. Now,
yeah, the real question
you and ODR just put me down.
Yeah, the real question though, Nathan, is
what's that?
When is yours going to get here? because this is definitely a Nathan.
It is.
Buy.
It is, man. I struggled.
I mean, the fact
I
that you broke it down, to
cart.
hourly wages.
Okay, wait.
I had it in my cart. We did the hourly
I
wage
think
on
it's
the
a very
production show.
reasonable price for
Yeah.
something that's going to last you at least 5 years.
No.
But it doesn't work how it should.
No.
So
What?
let's
There is-
ask.
You can't say that it's going to last 5 years because you don't know.
Okay.
All we're saying
A
is
year.
that we've broken
Okay,
it
so in a
down
couple years
to
from now,
5
though,
years.
if we have a robot at this $20K price point, a little C-3PO or an
I feel
R2D2,
like- yeah, I
I'd
feel
do
like-
that.
That's the cheapest price I've seen for those
Yes.
robots. Because how much are the Tesla bots going for?
I don't know off the
Probably
top of my head,
$500,000
but significantly more. So this seems to be a rock steel price for a technology that's out there.
This is you know my feelings about this.
I do.
This is like those emotional support robot things that we did.
How do you feel about those?
I
Did
think
you like those when we had the
that is
lady on
dumb-
CES?
That is the dumbest thing in the world to have
Emotional.
somebody, an emotional support robot that
has
is
somebody across the door that's
Yeah,
talking
so
to the
with
robot.
somebody that's controlling the thing outside the room so that the person can get emotional support. Give me a break.
All right, well, that ends our top technology stories of the week. Next, we dive into our letter segment featuring scams submitted by listeners and some studio selected emails. Be sure to listen and share this segment with a friend. But now we're going to head out at 88 miles per hour to head on to a commercial break.
Looking for custom glass solutions for your next commercial project? Hartung Glass Industries is your trusted partner in custom glass fabrication. For over 100 years, Hartung has delivered proven manufacturing expertise, comprehensive product offerings, and dependable service and quality. From energy-efficient facades to custom shower doors, we create glass solutions tailored to your project needs. With 8 facilities across the U.S. and Canada, we combine national expertise with a local touch-ensuring faster service and unparalleled customer care. Hartung Glass Industries, where quality meets innovation. Visit hartungglass.com to learn more.
All right, welcome back to Tech Time with Nathan Mumm. Our weekly show covers the top technology subjects without any political agenda.
Did you get your toilet paper?
We verify the facts. We do it with a sense of humor in less than 60 minutes, and of course, with a little whiskey on the side. Today, Mark Gregoire, our whiskey connoisseur, is in studio, and he has our monthly tradition going on. Mark, explain this to new listeners, what we got going on here. I guess Mike wants to know if you were done with scrolling through your ads for the toilet paper. So,
Yes. No.
No?
You totally missed that.
what was that?
We just went for an ad.
Yeah.
Did you get your toilet paper?
No, I didn't get my toilet paper.
Okay.
Oh, I get what you're saying. I should get one. I get it. Okay. All right.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right, Mark,
All
what do
right,
we got?
we are doing the 2024 Flavor Advent Calendar. This is round 3, the semis, and this is our second semis. So we're using the 2024 Flavor Whiskey Advent Calendar. 24 remarkable whiskeys to use for our year-long blind whiskey competition to see which one Nathan and Mike like best.
You brushed up against Nathan when you were coming in here.
I did.
That's why you can't teach.
So come along for the ride once every month while they uncover new tastes and train their senses to become true connoisseurs. Today is round 3, as we mentioned, our second semifinals, where they will choose their winner to move on to the finals. If they disagree, I, of course, will be the deciding vote. Tonight's blind battle brings together 2 heavy hitters, one with a touch of old world elegance, the other a bold showcase of classic American spice. Both bring strength, depth, and character to the glass, but only one will rise above the rest. Let's see which one takes the cake as we turn up the heat. Dun, dun, dun.
This one will take the cake. Turns up the heat.
Which one?
How many more cooking analogies can we throw out here?
That was pretty good. Yeah, you know what? I can't wait for the 2025 Flavor Advent Calendar.
Yeah, we can talk about that in next year. But right now, what are you thinking on your whiskey?
Absolutely. I have one that is way ahead of everybody. I got one that I like and one that I do not like at all.
So do you like old world elegance or do you like American spice?
I bet you I like American spice. I think mine's a little bit spicier. It's got a little some spices.
Like some spice in your life, do you?
I do.
Mike, do you have a favorite right here?
No, not yet. I have one. I have 2 really distinct tastes, and I'm not sure which one I like the best.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Interesting. Well, I'll fill you in more a little bit later.
But speaking of advent calendars, Red Bull just came out with an advent calendar.
Nobody cares.
24 different flavors of Red Bull. Just think of that.
How can you have
December? There's 24 different flavors, so there you go. All right.
What kind of flavors does Red Bull have?
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Drink responsibly. Heaven can wait. And stay away from the Red Bulls.
Stay away from the Red Bulls.
I mean, the original taste is pretty gross. What is it?
They're all gross.
Red Bull with lemon.
Red Bull gets you wings. All right. Well, okay. Mark, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
With our whiskey tastings completed, let's move on to
sure?
our feature segment. Today, we bring back the funny yet informative reading of emails that I received during the week. This includes some scam, phishing emails, texting scams, and all-out mistruths disguised as legitimate email in a segment we call Letters.
Letters. We get letters. We get back and back of letters. Oh, letters. We get letters. And the letters all have
All righty. What do we have up first? Odie, are you ready?
What was that?
I think it's a leftover
Is
from
that
Halloween.
leftover pirate?
No, I was like, all righty. I'm drinking that whiskey.
I wish there was a way to turn off your accents.
My accents?
Yeah. Just like
Okay, let's make something clear here. Nathan doesn't have accents.
impressions.
He has tonal shifts that just don't work.
Oh, wow.
Don't you have a switch where you can just turn them off completely?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, his human operator
That's right.
is on a different.
All right, what do you
place.
have, Odie? Let's. These guys are rambling. What do we have here for your email? Who is it from?
It's from QuickBooks
Okay.
support,
QuickBooks support.
Oh,
But-
gotta get back to them.
but it's not from QuickBooks support
Uh-oh.
really because
Really?
it's support@qb.expertaccountant.com. I wouldn't trust that.
QB Expert Accounting.
Yeah.
QuickBooks maybe got the rename to expertaccounting.com. No,
Maybe.
Probably not. But okay. So that would be a first warning sign.
Okay. The subject says meet your new QuickBooks account manager. Okay.
Okay.
Unless
I'm excited about that.
I'm
Okay.
not excited about that.
I
Okay.
don't use QuickBooks, but I get to meet an account manager.
Okay, so it says, Dear QuickBooks user, we hope you're enjoying the new QuickBooks upgrade and the added convenience it brings to your business. To make sure the best blah, 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 please schedule a meeting with your relationship manager today and get tailored guidance for your business. Schedule a callback.
Okay. So you click on the schedule callback.
Yeah.
Okay. It comes on up with a link error. So the schedule callback doesn't come
Oh,
up.
so they're not trying to talk to me?
So it comes up with a link error. At the very bottom of it, it has a link to a Calendly file. All right. So the Calendly file is very commonly
you use
used.
Calendly.
I do. So it uses the link doesn't work. So you can't just take care of it. So then all of a sudden your Calendly file goes to schedule a QuickBook expert and they give you 15-minute time slots. Now, a lot of these places that do that, you just put in your email and your name, and then it auto schedules a time. This form that they have, which you can pay for forms on Calendly, it asks you for your social security number, your bank number, your routing number, all this information when you go to schedule the meeting, which is uncommon in Calendly. Normally, it's just a user email and a name, and then they'll schedule you through their client system. So by the time you answer 25 questions on this,
Wow.
well, maybe it was like 20.
You figure
20.
out what your personality is.
Yeah, you get you get your Myers-Briggs score back. No. So you then click submit.
Or an ITP.
It schedules you a meeting, but they never call you back and they never do anything for the meeting. They'll actually cancel the meeting invite. What they did is they just got your bank information,
Yeah, your social.
your existing balance, what you have going on for the questions asked. Now, they weren't really necessarily evasive questions, but they're asking you what's your current balance of your money and what's
that's
current.
invasive.
Well, they ask what bank
Or
you're banking with.
intrusive.
They actually didn't ask for account routing numbers or anything like that. They just asked where your bank is, what your current balance is. So general stuff that would really be good for a phishing call. I could say, hey, I'm calling on up from Chase Bank and I see that you have a $9,000 in there. So they're trying to harvest the information.
So they're setting up their next scam.
Correct. So it's building up from one scam to another scam by collecting data because data is the key.
Now, I will say, I feel like that seems pretty odd to get a QuickBooks thing and then be sent to Calendly, and that's where you submit all your information.
Except for people use Calendly a lot now.
Yeah, but would you be
It's
submitting
it's
like filling out a questionnaire with that?
It was kind of yes, it did.
Like that's kind of an awkward kind of transition there.
Mike, if that happened to you, would you consider that kind of a little
absolutely
fishy?
not.
Okay.
You'd fall. Oh
no,
okay.
I would absolutely ignore that. There, for one,
Ignore it or not question it.
Ignore it.
Okay.
ignore it.
I would not open that up in the first place.
Okay.
Yeah, neither would I immediately.
I mean, if I even had QuickBooks and I got this and I said, I wonder what this is, and it took me to this page and it started asking me questions about my bank accounts,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, for this scam to work, you have to be kind of really diluted into
Not diluted,
Well,
but very trusting.
giving
that,
information.
80% of businesses in the United States use QuickBooks. So I mean, that's a pretty good stab to throw it on out there. That
Yeah,
you're gonna
but
get it.
I'm talking about the levels of things you have to support in your brain to go through this
Okay.
whole process. You have to first, not ignore the QuickBooks coming from a non-QuickBooks email.
Yep.
Mhm.
Then you have to ignore the fact that you have a missing link or a link error.
Okay.
Then you have to go to a Calendly thing and enter information into that. Then is this where the form happens? Is
Yep,
this
that was
where-
in the Calendly
So
area.
so then you have to go through this form where they're asking some seriously personal information.
Okay.
And then submit it. So this is you
So
have
you'd
to
have passed on
there
this.
have to. I
Okay.
would have passed on. I mean, I
Odie, you would pass on this if you saw this?
Yeah, I don't have QuickBooks.
Okay. Mark,
Specifically from the
okay.
Or at QB.
The farm. Mark, would you pass on this too?
No, he'd do it. He'd do it.
We're experts, so yes.
Okay. That's right. Okay. But you know, it does hit people.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there were a significant amount of people that were always fall for these types of things.
Correct. But hopefully they listen to Tech Time Radio and they know not to click on the link. What does your hat say, Mike?
Don't click on stuff.
Okay. There you go. All right. Mark, I think you're up next.
I am. I think mine, most people out there would pass on.
Okay.
So this is from omninet.io, and they say we have an attached invoice with a number, and you have an amount due of $0. So I think most people would be like, great, I don't have to do anything. Throw it away.
Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. All right.
Now, of course, there's a link that you click, and they said, please reference, and they give you a reference code when they contact you, which must mean something to them that they can attach it. But I don't understand why they have a different reference number than the actual invoice number. Most people, when you call, your invoice number is your reference number.
That would be correct.
So they made it even more complicated than needs to be.
So you get an invoice asking you to click and contact them. It says that you owe nothing. Somebody didn't put in the right number in their script there. So it says you owe nothing, then gives you a different ID and a reference number. So that would be your instant ding 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 ding. A lot of things aren't lining up here.
Correct. Plus, it's a .io, which is always
The .ios are the new thing now.
I know, but I'm
And- and- and-
.ai is.
And .ai is also the big thing too. You know, somebody just bought $8,000 worth of .ai domains.
Yeah, we know who that is. You don't have to obscure it behind.
Hormel, if you want your Hormel.ai, just let me know. $5,000 and I'll give it to you. All right. Well,
Just buy him a robot.
That's
Is there
20K.
AI.ai?
that was
Probably.
already taken.
It was already taken.
It was already taken. All right, here we go. All right, this is so Mike has the best of the items, and we did this in our production show meeting. So all of you guys got to see this in action.
I'm not sure why this is the best, but
Well, because it was really good, and actually,
I don't remember seeing this.
It's the best because Nathan likes
This is
it
the best because Nathan likes it. Yeah.
All right, who's this from?
That's from Tanya Da Silva Trilha.
Oh, my best friend.
Tanya.Trilha at candidoMendez.edu.br.
Oh, sounds legit.
Now, does it?
No.
Okay. To Nathan Mumm.
Okay.
Payment completed.
Oh,
Please confirm attached invoice.
okay.
Good day, Nathan Mumm.
Okay.
They put your whole name together.
Well, I like that. Simple and sweet.
Yeah, we are pleased to inform you that payment for your invoice has been completed as instructed by our management. Please download and review the attached invoice payment confirmation for your reference. Best regards, Accounts Department.
Okay.
Question mark, attached invoice payment.pdf.
All right. Well, let's take a look. Guess what happens?
Yeah, this is a
It's pretty good. This
virus
is,
thing,
no. This is harvesting your login password to a Microsoft email account. So here's what happens. You click on the attachment, and it immediately pops up a window that looks very much similar to what you would get on Office 365.
So does that mean it's really not a PDF attachment?
It's not a PDF attachment. No PDF downloads. It immediately goes to a link.
execute file, right?
That's correct. It immediately goes to a link and launches a link. And it asks me for my login password for Microsoft Office. And it already has the username already had been filled out. It's missing on the very top. Normally you have your username on the top and your password on the second line, and you click next. There's no username there, but it just says enter your password. Now, when you type in your password, whatever password you're going to type in, that's going to go back to their conglomerate that's going to grab that information on their website and say that this username from the email, which was Nathan Mumm at Hotmail, there you go. It was my email, and it's going to associate that link with the password that I typed in. Now, if I type in the correct password, I would be in big trouble because now they would have my username and password, but I would still be Nathan would be okay because I have dual factor authentication. So they couldn't actually log in. I would get an alert on my phone. But most people, if you don't have a dual factor authentication enabled, what would happen is they'd have your username and your password. So when they came out for the password, I put in a bunch of profanities and then hit enter. But what was really good about this is instead of saying, hey, let's just go to type in the password again, it didn't work, can you type it back in again? What it did is it actually launched opening up my email. So it actually had in the code to see if you had an Office 365 existing login credentials. If so, to go to that email. So it looked like I signed in to Office 365, put in my password and had everything there. So I could continue working, not even knowing anything. But what the script did is it took that password that I typed in and sent it to them to try to log in. Pretty sophisticated, Mike. I was pretty impressed with this scenario.
Yeah, well, I suppose from the technical end, that would be.
So what are your red flags on this one so people can watch out for it?
What's your red flag here, Mike?
Well,
the
first red flag is from an educational thing.
Okay.
And it doesn't tell me what this is all about. There's no name of what you were paid invoices on. It just says, good day, your payment has been completed. So it doesn't tell you what payment for what.
So maybe they were thinking that I was in college in the EDU. Maybe I would pay a payment. Is that what they're thinking about? Maybe?
Possibly. Maybe if you're going to college in Britain.
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense, though, because they're asking you to log into your email.
Yeah.
Well, they don't actually ask you to log into your email. What happens is when you click on the attachment.pdf, instead of downloading a PDF, it automatically sends me into a script that logs me into email.
So isn't that a clue right there? You should never click on an attachment.
Don't click on...
Never click on attachment from a source you don't know.
Stuff.
That's correct.
And if you do want to do something, you should do it in like a virtual sandbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, here's the sad thing. This is like commercials, those evening things.
Yeah.
You're still getting these, so that means they're still working.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. These work all the time. Okay, now you know what? We're going to head over to our segment for Letters has ended. Now let's get into Mike's mesmerizing moment. Welcome to Mike's mesmerizing moment. What does Mike have to say today? All right, this is a question for the everyday person. Mike, how many more advertisement gimmicks can a normal person take before they hit overload?
That's a loaded question.
Okay, why is that?
Because I think we've already hit overload.
Okay.
And the problem is not that so what we've done is we have gotten attacked by this stuff so much that we've begun ignoring it. And so the ad companies are trying to find more ways of getting our attention.
Yeah.
And if we look at this whole idea of attention span getting shorter and shorter and shorter.
Yep.
That's a direct result of all this stupid stuff that we are hit with every day because our brains just they don't want to handle it. So our attention spans are directly related to the amount of input that we're getting from our technological society.
Okay.
So
we've already hit overload.
Yeah. Unless you're like me and you kind of study some of this stuff and you find it really annoying every time there's some ad that pops up, like YouTube ads really annoy me because they're always stuff that is unscientifically based and for you to lose weight or get your hearing back, or you can do things to get your eyesight back. It's all BS, but we have come to accept this as part of life.
Okay.
And we just sort of mow through.
All right. Okay. We've hit overload. That's what Mike says. Thank you for that mesmerizing
like
moment.
You said earlier, Mike, if it's still showing it, People are still doing
yeah,
it.
exactly, and that's the tragedy of all this stuff. I would love to see a national or a global revolution where everybody comes together and says, "Stop sending me stuff. I don't want to see your stupid ads. I don't want." It's like junk mail. You remember junk mail?
Yeah.
How much junk mail did you keep?
None of it.
None of it.
You just file it immediately into the recycling.
Yeah. So, and this was back when everybody was worried about the trees and the Amazon.
Yeah.
Right. So everybody's wasting all this paper because companies are buying and sending us crap that we don't want.
You know what? I kind of would love to get more real mail that had the ads. Remember those little yellow coupon flyers and stuff? None of that happens anymore. Now it's all on email. So you know what? I would fancy to have something come to me in regular mail. All right. Thank you for
Odie, regular mail is where you actually have a physical mailbox.
You get a number one salute there. All right. We're going to head out for a commercial break. When we return, we have This Week in Technology. So now would be a great time to enjoy a little whiskey on the side as we're doing so during this break. See you after this.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, so you know what? We need people to start liking our social media pages.
If you like our show, if you really like us, we could use your support on patreon.com.
Or is it Patreon? I think it's Patreon.
Okay, Patreon. If you really like us, you can.
And you say I'm
like
the English guy?
Patreon.com.
I butcher the English language?
You know you butcher the English language.
Okay, so it's
all the time.
It's patreon.com.
Patreon.com. If you really like our show, you can subscribe to patreon.com and help us out.
Oh, and you can visit us on that Facebook platform. You know, the one that Zuckerberg owns?
The one that we always bag on?
Yeah, you can. We're on Facebook, too.
Yeah, like us on Facebook.
Do you know what our Facebook page is?
TechTime Radio.
At TechTime Radio. Yeah. You know what? There's a trend here.
It seems to be that there's a trend, and that's TechTime Radio.
Or you can even Instagram with us.
And that's at TechTime Radio.
That's at TechTime Radio. Or you can find us on TikTok.
And it's TechTime Radio.
It's at TechTime Radio.
Like and subscribe to our social
media.
media.
Like us today. We need you to like us.
Like us and subscribe. That's it?
That's it. That's that simple.
And now, let's look back at this week in technology.
All right, we're going back to November 2nd, 1988. The Morris worm. Robert Morris of Cornell University launches a self-replicating worm as a part of a research project designed to determine the size of the early internet. It was intended to count the number of computers and initiate connections with other computers. When the worm was loaded, though, into the program, it started causing some program errors. The Morris worm began repeatedly infecting machines, clogging network traffic, and causing machines to crash. Eventually, the worm spread to 6,000 machines, which was roughly 10% of the internet at the time, causing significant downtime for government and university systems for 2 days. Morris was dismissed from Cornell, sentenced to 3 years probation and a $10,000 fine. Poor fellow.
Unintended consequences?
Yeah, that was back in the day when people, I know about fines.
Do you? Do you know about fines?
I do know about fines in government stuff. All right, that was This Week in Technology. If you ever wanted to watch some tech time history with over 270 plus weekly broadcasts spanning our 5+ years of video, podcast, and blog information, visit us at techtimeradio.com to watch our older shows. We're going to take a commercial break. When we return, we have Mark Mumble Whiskey Review. See you after this.
How to See a Man About a Dog. It combines darkly comic short stories, powerful poems, and pulp fiction prose to create a heartbreaking and hilarious journey readers will not soon forget. Read How to See a Man About a Dog, collected writings, for free with Kindle Unlimited. Ebook available on Kindle, print copies available on Amazon The Bookpository, and more.
The segment we've been waiting all week for. Mark's Whiskey Mumble.
This is the best intro music. I like that intro.
It's delicious.
That's pretty good. All right.
All right, today, November 4th. Hopefully everybody put in your election ballot already and voted. But besides that, what is today?
November 4th.
Well, that's true, Mike. Thank you, Mr. Obvious.
It is.
What are we celebrating today?
National Vote to Make a Difference for Your Country Day.
No,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
not. It's nothing. It's much more fun than that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what is it?
National Easy Bake Oven Day.
Oh, I remember the Easy Bake Ovens.
Odie, did you ever have one?
No.
Odie,
No.
do you even know what an Easy Bake Oven is?
She's got no.
Was I born yesterday? What?
Well, compared to our ages, yes.
Telling me I don't know how to do mail? I don't know an easy bake oven? What else have you said?
You know, those come from Mark and Mike. Nathan has not given you a.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go. I'm
Not
showing you
yet.
the love today.
Now, did you have one as a kid?
No.
Yes, you did. You were teaching her how to eat cereal earlier.
What's
Well, most of us had one as a kid.
okay?
And you know the magic. A light bulb, a tiny pan, and a level of pride no Michelin star could match. If you did not, it's never too late to relive that small-scale glory. The early ovens used actual incandescent bulbs to bake cookies and cakes, which is still one of the most charming examples of childhood innovation.
Okay, my sister had one of those
Okay.
when we were little.
Yeah.
And it took her 4 hours to bake a brownie.
Well, that's because it was a light bulb.
And it
running
was the
on-
most delicious brownie you've ever had.
No, it was
was it?
nasty as. I had the boy version of Easy Bake Oven, which is Creepy Crawlies. Remember that?
Oh yeah, those little
Where you-
gummy worm type of guys.
You put stuff in a
Oreo stuff. Wasn't it Oreo Cookie Crush?
No.
Oh my
no,
God.
it-
No.
Never mind. Go away.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, just like the Easy Bake Oven turned childhood imagination into something real, today's blind tasting does the same. Featuring Bacta 1928 rye whiskey and Remus highest rye bourbon. Two pours that prove craftsmanship is as rewarding as creativity. So we have in one glass of Bacta 1928 rye whiskey, which is from Bacta Spirits. It's a finished rye, non-age stated, 100 proof. It is 60% rye, 30% Cavados, and 10% blend of Armagnac, and it's $67.
Okay.
In the other glass, we have a Remus highest rye bourbon, which is from MGP, Ross and Squibb, which is done distilleries in Indiana. It's straight bourbon, 6 years old, 109 proof, 51% corn, 39% rye, 10 malted barley, $55.
Okay.
Okay.
What does that mean? What are we doing?
How are we feeling about the
How are we
whiskey?
feeling about this?
Well, I just looked up creepy callers online just
Oh
to
my
take a
God.
look at
I
it.
know
It's
Nathan has one whiskey that he has already finished.
Yeah,
and
one
the
I
other
like-
one that's
one
on
I
the
like, one I
full.
don't like.
Do you now remember Creepy Crawlies?
Yeah, but you could eat them. They
No,
were-
no, you didn't eat them. They were little. You made your own little
So
rubber.
I think one of
rubber buds.
your viewers is correct. Why do we do whiskey on this show? All you ever talk about is whatever that day of the is, and you go off on the internet.
Wait, I love the day sniff because Mark.
Okay,
it
all right.
comes from you.
Why do
I
we
like
do
it.
this? Because with all the news that we cover, we need it.
That's
yeah,
right.
because Mike's done with both of his.
Yeah,
That's it.
I already know.
All right, which one did you? I like one and I do not like one at all. So there's one that I is absolutely.
Give me a
will
little
vote for.
hint, Mike, because I got to know whether I need to start tasting. This for tiebreaker.
You know, I they were both okay. I didn't really prefer the overall taste of either one, but I think this one was better than that one. So I like the. I think it was the actual bourbon over the one with Armagnac in it.
Wow.
I think. I'm not sure because
Are you in agreement, Nathan?
No,
he is the
absolutely.
opposite.
I love this completely. I do not like this at all.
he is the opposite.
So-
of
Well, give us a minute to discuss this later when it's time to reveal.
Okay.
Because very interesting. You two are not connoisseurs.
I never claimed to be.
Well,
a connoisseur.
Mike's closest to a connoisseur.
All right,
of
that
the
makes
two.
sense. That
At
makes
least
sense.
knowing what his palate is telling him, but
Okay.
it's
Wait.
topsy turvy today.
Okay. Well, you know what? Whiskey and technology are such a great pairing, like family and Thanksgiving dinner.
I can't.
We are now in
What?
November, so
What?
the holiday season is once again upon us.
Okay, I don't know what Thanksgiving dinner you have, but most people don't think that's a great pairing.
Family and Thanksgiving.
You know,
no,
we're
it's-
finally in the season for it, so congrats.
There you go. Congrats. I
Very
did that
cliche
okay?
of you,
Okay,
but-
there you go. All right.
Ultimately,
You're a
wrong.
week too soon. I mean, yeah, a week's too soon.
No.
we
He's
start early.
He's in the same month. This
Yeah,
is not
I'm
like
not
Costco.
Walmart. I'm not
this
like
is not
Walmart.
like Costco
Okay, well,
having
next
Christmas
week
stuff.
you
in-
better have like a holiday related.
Well, I guess. Well, you know
Okay.
what? We got Black Friday coming on up, so we got a bunch of stuff that we have to put.
You know who you're talking to, right?
What's that? Yeah.
Not you. Her.
Yeah.
She's talking to Nathan.
No, I
get
know.
you. I get you. All right. You know what? Let's prepare for our technology fail of the week. Brought to you by Elite Executive Services.
Congratulations. You're a failure.
Oh, I failed, did I?
Yes. Did I? Yes.
You know that button has never changed.
Well, I was
She's
gonna
the one
say
that sets up the board.
She brought you the technology fail today.
She's still trying to figure out how Thanksgiving is family,
All right.
is good things.
Well, today's technology fail comes to us from Apple, as Apple users report 2 frustrating glitches with the iOS 26, a keyboard bug and AirPod static. Now, 2 separate Apple issues are making the waves this week. One is affecting the iPhone keyboards on iOS 26. Another is causing strange static in your AirPods Pro 3. Now, the iOS upgrade to 26 is all of a sudden deciding to put the wrong letter when you type. So if you type in U, guess what shows up? A J. If you type in M, an N is being swapped. Now, this has been tested and ruled out by autocorrect and predictive texting. It's actually a complete bug in the system themselves. Nothing's worse than typing the word Mumm. M-U-M-M. So Nathan
And
Mumm
getting
has
numb.
a lot of N's and a lot of M's when I type it. So let me just tell you, not working
Yeah,
too well.
it would be Najum.
That's right. Now, AirPods 3 static noise. Some AirPod Pro owners are hearing unwanted static, described as white noise, rain, or ocean sounds, especially when active noise cancellation is on and no media is being played. A few say that it's affecting their music itself. Apple hasn't officially responded to this issue. Now, you know what?
Because they're trying to read the text that they got on iOS 26.
That's right. Users are hoping Apple's next update brings relief on both fronts.
Sure.
Or you can just use an Android device. All right. Well, guess what? Now we're moving to our Nathan Nugget.
This is your Nugget of the Week.
You know what? Why settle for sirens when you can have surveillance from the sky? Miami-Dade's latest law enforcement experiment isn't just a self-driving squad car. It's a mobile drone launcher. That's right. This robotic cruiser rolls up, scans the scene with thermal cameras, and then deploys a drone-like sci-fi reboot of Cops. The car, nicknamed Pug, is packed with AI, 360-degree surveillance, and even enough sensors to make your smartwatch jealous. But the real headline is it can launch drones to patrol from above. No pilot, no officer, just a flying robot without a badge. It's currently in pilot mode, showing up at public events, gathering feedback. It's watching you. If everything goes well, though, don't worry. The airborne backup could become a blueprint of the future of policing. So next time you're in Miami and hear a buzz overhead, don't swat it. Say hi to your new drone deputies.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you guys think of that? Drones being launched from a car that are...
Hey, 1984 is getting closer and closer.
What happens if you send up your drone and you have a drone war? Is that illegal?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's police property.
How do you know it is? You just think of some other drone.
I don't know.
Do you know what? There'll be drone battles soon.
Drone battle?
Have you ever watched the TV show BattleBots? You know, you have these robots fight.
Mm-hmm.
They have a couple drones in there in the newer seasons. So now all of a sudden you could have 2 robot drones fighting each other at the same time.
Everybody's going to be picking them off with 22 rifles
Yeah, there you go.
from behind trees.
All
and
right,
stuff.
now let's move to our pick of the day whiskey tasting.
And now our pick of the day for our whiskey tastings. Let's see what bubbles to the top.
All right, Mark, was I wrong?
No, you knew which one was in which glass.
Okay, good.
Well, good job, Mike.
So
But are you wrong on your
Glencairn,
selection of the best one?
The Glencairn was the Remus highest rye bourbon, and in the beer glass was the Bacta 1928 rye whiskey.
Okay.
Perfect.
Now, what's very interesting about this, I'm sure our listeners know more than you two.
Okay.
But if you take the 24 that we do and you go through all the different rounds, you realize that there's one, you really need 25 to make everything work perfectly.
Okay.
So the Remus is from round one that Nathan absolutely hated.
Okay.
And brought back in.
Okay.
Because I want to see how it did. Because the Bacta's one, he's always voted down every time also.
That's because he put
So I
it in
wanted
the
to
wrong
take-
glass.
All right.
2 that he didn't like and put them again and see if he'd even like one. And he loved one.
Which one did I
And then
love?
Mike has always chosen Bacta every round. The only reason Bacta is sitting in close is because Mike has always loved it above everything else.
And did he not choose
And he
it?
chose the other one too.
Yeah, well, when you compare it to this one, it had a very distinct flavor.
So we're not comparing
Which he wasn't
all
a
of them.
fan of the Remus in the early round because that was one of my favorites in the early rounds, and neither one of you went for it.
Okay, so which one is moving on? You get a pick, Mark. Which one are you moving on
Remus.
for?
The Remus High Rye Bourbon.
Sorry, Mike. I have chosen the Bacta
What?
over Nathan on
This is
every round for you. So we're going to make this go to the finals because I have a whole bottle of it.
Oh, you have that at home, huh?
I went and bought it because I was pretty sure that Mike was going to pick it. And if at any tiebreaker, I was going to pick it with Mike. And then Mike just...
I just
upended the whole thing.
You did. But I love the boxes. That's why I wanted to buy
It's because it's a comparative process, right?
It is comparative.
The Remus is delicious, too, because I did love that one from the first round.
No, this is by far the best. Nathan's got the palate.
Okay, Nathan.
That's what
You can. This is not proof that you have the palate.
That's right.
Nathan. This is proof that you identify your liquors with whatever glass it's in.
Mike, we're about out of time. We want to thank our listeners for joining the program. Listeners, we want you to hear from you. Now, before we leave, we have our secret sound. So let's hear the secret sound. It is not a pinball machine. Odie, play it. Play it one more time. Play it again, Sam.
Shouldn't that be 2 seconds?
I bet you it has a ball in it, a metal ball in it. A metal or plastic ball.
Okay. Okay. Good. That you're right. But what do we think it is? Do you guys have any other guess?
Yeah, I know what it is.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what it is.
All right. It's something that Nathan has. So this is actually in my house. I have it downstairs in my game.
That doesn't give anybody a clue because if they've seen your house, you have everything from 1980 on.
From 1980 on?
Yeah.
I got a Pac-Man right behind Odie.
I know.
Followed by Optimus Prime and Barbie and Ken Star Trek dolls. All right. Okay, Odie, get ready. Please leave us your feedback on that secret sound. Go to the TalkBack recording system at techtimeradio.com. Click on the recording and let us know what that sound is. From all of us at TechTime, it was an honor to be a host of today's show. Each week, we're here to decode the technology that shapes our world, one breakthrough and bourbon at a time. See you next week.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us on TechTime Radio. We hope that you had a chance to have that moment today in technology. The fun doesn't stop there. We recommend that you go to techtimeradio.com and join our fan list for the most important aspect of staying connected and winning some really great monthly prizes. We also have a few other ways to stay connected, including subscribing to our podcast on any podcast service, from Apple to Google and everything in between. We're also on YouTube, so check us out on youtube.com/techtimeradio, all one word. We hope you enjoyed the show as much as we did making it for you. From all of us at TechTime Radio, remember, Mumm's the word. Have a safe and fantastic week.